Hello, I'm so thrilled to be with all of you today in the enthusiasm of sharing with you Beyond Self-Love, the New Frontier, moving joyfully into your sovereign, radiant path. That's what I want for all of you. So when my guide shared with me this title and this topic, part of me sort of freaked out. Beyond self-love, wait a minute. All the big spiritual teachers are talking about self-love as being the final frontier. That is the ultimate. If you love yourself fully, then it will all work out. And here I am saying, no, it's not enough. Who am I to say these things? I trust my guides implicitly. I know we are ready to move beyond self-love. I know you are ready to move beyond self-love, or you wouldn't be here. What do I mean by moving beyond self-love? Let's talk about self-love for a moment. It's a beautiful thing. I talk all the time about how what we hold inside radiates to the whole world. So if love is on the inside, then it's radiating to the whole world, right? So if you love yourself, then you're radiating that to the whole world. Well, there's a little bit of fault to that. I'm the spiritual myth buster, so here's what I'm going to explain to you. If you put a lot of your attention, and focus on loving yourself, can you feel how it gets very self-absorptive? I need to love myself. I need to love myself more. I need to love myself more here. And you're working with deep trauma, deep abuse, soul level energies that you are carrying of complications, of challenges, of stressors. And to think that you can just sort of love yourself from the little self that you are to the big self that you are and back and forth, that adult self loving the child self, it just isn't enough. That's what I've discovered for a while now. It's not enough. First of all, our adult self we don't fully trust. Our adult self, we don't really know. Who is this adult self we're talking about? Okay? And then we talk about higher self, and that gets a little funky as well sometimes. What is my higher self? So, what I want to do with you is help you to expand beyond self-love, which again can get very self-absorptive. And when you are working with self-love, I love myself, it sometimes can be more of a caretaking kind of nourishing love. I love myself, you're okay, I'm okay, kind of nourishment. And then you end up relating to others at that level of caretaking. And it can feel very compassionate, very soothing, very peaceful, very wonderful. But how do you work with the deep stuff? Then you have to ask somebody to help you to clear those patterns and get rid of those patterns. And then you depend on others to be able to work through the big stuff while you're sitting there going, I love myself so much. Okay? So I'm going to give you an example. We know somebody who's in the news right now who loves himself very much. Donald Trump. He represents so much for us. It's phenomenal. They get to use him on all the late night talk shows because he's so funny. I'm using him too. He's the epitome of a narcissist. That is self-absorption to the finest. So could you say he loves himself? Absolutely. Does he think he's the best thing since sliced bread? Absolutely. Is there any question in his heart and mind? No. Okay? Does that mean he's a noble citizen of love on this planet? No, not at all. You see, there's a big difference. Okay? There is a big difference. What I want you to be able to do is to have the depth of what might be called quantum love, universal love, divine love, the power of love. The whole universe and all of creation filling you with that sense that gives you a satisfaction, a joy. We have lots of things going on in the background today now, don't we? The satisfaction and the joy that makes you feel so full, so peaceful, so satisfied, that you feel safe to move into the world as who you are, the largeness of who you are. Not little old you loving little old you. It's the bounty, the abundance of love that you are, feeling that embodied, feeling that in yourself. Then you feel safe to move into the world. Because isn't that what we all want right now? To make a greater contribution, to have a greater place, to feel as though our own radiant sovereign path includes others. It's not just about self and self-love. It's including others. That's a whole other ballpark of the dimension of love that is needed. Say, for instance, you love yourself very deeply and completely, and you hold that like a little thimble in your heart. I love myself so completely. I can look in the mirror and say, you are fabulous. But can you feel the constriction in my heart? You are fabulous. You are great. I love myself. Okay? But what if you get triggered by the people in your world? Oh my God, they're going to take this from me. Oh my God. I don't want to have to take care of people anymore. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a healer. I want to write. I want to feel safe in the world. I want to get out there. Yikes! I don't have what it takes to get out there. So then you pull back and you go, I'm going to love myself more. Okay? Can you see the fault in the stars, so to speak? How it's just not enough. And right now we are in that place of wanting to come forward into the new frontier, create the new earth based on quantum love, divine love, all that you are as a grand creator coming forward. So in this class, and the details are down below, it's a 2-part workshop. You will have lots of experience, believe it or not, in just a short time, of contacting, connecting, feeling the bounty of quantum love in your soul, in your heart, in your cells, and so much more. Learning how to work with, being with other people in this world, because that is the crux of how we move into the world. We have to be with other people. We can say we want all the money in the world, right? We want abundance, we want tons of money. If you are afraid of people, if you don't like people, if you don't want to be in the world in various ways, what's the money going to help you with? You're going to hoard it underneath and love yourself? Under your bed and love yourself? That's not enough. You have to have shared relationship, intimacy, skills as a parent, being able to love your children, love your neighbors, love the people with you, not based on caretaking them, not based on nicey nice kind of love, but feeling that the power of love can bring us together. Cultures together, colors, races, you name it, coming together because you feel the depth of love, not just because you love yourself and therefore you love someone else. It's not true. You can love yourself a lot and not want anything to do with other people. And remember, at the end of the day, at the end of your life, what you hold in your heart is that deep sense, I have loved deeply, I have moved into the world and felt a sense of fulfillment for what it is I have to bring with others, sharing my gifts, my strengths, the ability to share love, receive love. And that first comes from being able to receive the bounty, the generosity, the graciousness of divine quantum love in your heart, in your cells. And we will be doing that very directly, having that incredible experience of what it is to move beyond self-love into the new frontier, joyously moving in to your radiant path. How exciting is that? I am honored to be your guide, to hold a space with love and all that is beloved, for you to have this deep, rich experience of feeling incredibly confident to move forward into the world that you wish to create, knowing that the power of love not only has your back, but every cell in your body, and will deeply take care of all your needs to bring forth everything that you are in this world. I am so with you in your brilliance, in your shine, in all that you are as love embodied.